Mel C.
Hey, hello.
Hello, how are you?
I'm really good. It's so good to be back in Wales because it's been a little while.
When it all started, were you sporty to start with? Did they go, right, you're sporty, so you're going to be Sporty Spice?
Our names were actually given to us by a magazine.
All right.
And what happened, when we were first together, we were all dressing the same. And obviously we were all really different, so there was always someone who looked a bit silly. Like, I remember we had Adidas T-shirts, like vintage Adidas T-shirts, and jeans on at one thing, and like Victoria looked ridiculous. We kind of had our own little individual thing going on, and so we just thought, let's just do that. And of course it worked really well, and Top of the Pops magazine gave us the names and they just stuck.
Right, okay, what is a zigga-ziggar? Now, we've just had this discussion before you came in, because when I was younger I always thought it was suck a cigar.
Okay.
Is it anything to do with
I've
cigars?
Heard similar things that, but do you know what we used to say? It's whatever you want it to be.
Oh, right,
but
okay.
It's quite X-rated, really.
Okay, you've been in the biggest girl band. You've also had an amazing solo career before. You're making your comeback now, and still you're only 21 years old. How have you fitted all that in?
You're very, very kind. You know what? It's been an incredible journey. I sound like I'm on X Factor or something now. Just enjoy the journey. Spice Girls was amazing, and I'm so proud and so lucky. That was my, my kind of beginning in the music industry, and that's really allowed me and enabled me to go on and have a solo career. And yeah, I will always be a Spice Girl and always be super proud. And I just love performing, and I've done some musical theatre, and I've done some other bits of TV and stuff, but I just miss doing my own music and being on the road with my band. So that's where all my focus is right now.
So good to have you back. One of those highlights, I suppose, would be Asia's Got Talent, maybe?
Yeah,
okay.
That was brilliant.
Yeah.
It was such good fun. It was the first time that they'd done the show across a continent, and of course a continent like Asia is so diverse and so different to anything that we know. And I had a ball. It was so much fun.
And I've heard that you've learned a new way to peel a banana. Is that right? Is this the way you peel a banana?
Well, it was really funny because you kind of start to understand because what I found, this happens with cities as well as countries and territories, that there seems to be a bit of a personality. Even an audience has its own personality, like a collective personality. And so with a lot of the acts, like a lot of the Japanese acts, they were very demure and very polite, and we had some beautiful dancers and some very beautiful traditional stuff. And then these four guys came on, Japanese guys, and they were a comedy act.
Right.
And one of them peeled a banana with his bum.
How is this even possible?
I can't say that I've tried, but I can't get my head around it.
No, I don't think... Well, I won't be able to get my bum around it either, if I'm honest. That's just crazy.
It's worth a try on a rainy Sunday afternoon. It's worth a try.
I'll keep that in mind, because this Sunday I've actually got no plans, so I'll keep you informed.
We've all got that visual picture now, so thank you for putting that in our heads.
Moving on very swiftly here. Northern Star, 17 years old, that album. I cannot believe that. I was listening to it this morning because I've still got the old CD, and I remember buying that. Then you worked on Bryan Adams' song with him. How did that come about?
I was on tour with the girls in LA, and this short guy, I hope Brian's not listening, sorry Brian, with a guitar on his back, got in the lift, and I was like, I know that dude. And we'd met at Top of the Pops a few months previously. He ended up spending the whole night with us in the bar, having a few drinks, chatting away, and he was amazing. He called me when I got back to London and just said, hey Mel, you want to sing on my song? And I was like, yeah! He's
such a nice guy. He did a small gig in Bridgend, actually, in Wales, in 2005. He did like a small stadium tour, and he did that song, and Beverly Knight did your part.
Did she?
She did,
I didn't know Bev had done that.
Yeah.
I bet it sounded amazing.
We love that song. Obviously, we love the new stuff as well. We're playing your new album's out soon. We're playing your new single, which is out now.
Yeah,
and you've done it
available to download now. Yeah, I've done it acoustically for you, so you can play that. Everyone can have a listen to that. But yeah, the album's out the 21st of October, but available to pre-order now.
Okay, can we play it now?
Hi, I'm Melanie C, and we are going to do an acoustic version of my new single, Anymore.
Mel, new single is amazing. You've got the new album out. When is it out?
My album is out on the 21st of October. You can pre-order it now, and when you do, you get Anymore and Numb, I think, for free.
The album's called Version of Me, so is there a lot of meaning in that?
Absolutely. There is a song on the album called Version of Me, and actually the song is about a time in my life when I was bullied, and just how that kind of stays with you and kind of it becomes part of who you are, and I think lots of people can identify with that. Unfortunately, lots of people find themselves, whether it's at school or in a workplace, where you find yourself in that situation. But then I went on to think about the album title, and everything I've ever done has been a reflection of myself at that time. So there have been so many versions of me, and this is the version of me right now.
At this point in an interview, when people come in on the show, I usually ask them what's coming up, what's in their diary. But I had to think about this earlier, so I'm going to ask you, tell me what you really, really want to do for the rest of the year.
That's very good.
What are you up to for the rest of the year? You know, what's in store? You've got the album coming out, you've got the single out now.
Yeah, and I mean, that will take up all of my time. I've got some shows in London to launch the album, and that's really cool because that gets us rehearsing and ready for some live stuff in the new year.
Okay, and on the show recently, we have been saying the C word, Christmas. So is it a family one with your daughter this year? What are you going to be doing?
It is. Well, I think we're going to go really traditional this year. We're going to stay home and cook loads of lovely food. And I do start preparing for Christmas in September. I'm one of those. Because I think you have to, because once September hits, you blink and it's Christmas.
It goes so quick, doesn't it?
Yeah, so quick. So I'm already thinking, we've got the cookie cutters out already.
Oh, amazing. And will it be karaoke, singing Wannabe, maybe on Christmas Day night?
Well, you know what? We do have a little karaoke machine, and my boyfriend has a little girl as well, and the girls absolutely love it. So I'm sure that will be making an appearance over the Christmas period.
Wouldn't I love to be a fly on the wall for that one? Seriously. Melanie C, thank you so much for coming in.
My
it's
pleasure.
so nice to have you back. It really is. And I wish you all the luck with the album and the single as well. So thank you very much. We'll let you enjoy the sunshine in Wales now, okay?
I know, it's gorgeous.
Thank you. Thank you, Mel C.
Thank you.